I made 33,471 in revenue and 9,249 in profit. Hi guys, welcome. I'm Jenny and I'm basically documenting my whole Amazon journey from the very beginning. And you know what? I feel like there is so many videos out there of people who have been selling on Amazon for like years and they're making all this money and that's amazing. But when I was starting out, I just wanted to see someone, who was like actually at the beginning. Like, what does it really look like when you just started out and you have no idea what you're doing? So let me just take you back to where this all started. It was in December 2022 and I decided, okay, I'm gonna try this Amazon thing. And honestly, I had no business experience. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was like, you know what, let me just try and see what will happen. But I'm gonna make a whole video about this because I made some pretty big mistake. It took me 8 months just to get my first product launch. Like, I was ordering samples, I was trying to figure out shipping. I made bad decision about how to get my product to Amazon, and it just took forever basically. So I invested 2,600 euros, so that is like around $2,800 just for the actual product. And that doesn't even include shipping cost, Amazon fee, advertising, all of those, that stuff was extra. So finally, August 2023 rolled around, middle of August, and I'm like, okay, this is it. I'm launching my product. I'm so excited. And then I didn't have the buy box. Yeah. For those of you who don't know what the buy box is, and I didn't know this when I started. It is basically this retro section where customer can actually click and add to cart and buy your product. Without it, you literally cannot sell anything. Like, your product is just sitting there and nobody can buy it. So I'm sitting there, my product is live on Amazon. I've got inventory in their warehouse and I can't sell a single unit. I couldn't even learn ads because you need the buy box to do the PPC advertising. I was honestly kind of panicking because I'm like, okay, I invested all this money. I've spent 8 months getting to this point, and now I can't even sell my product. It took me 2 weeks of communicating with Amazon customer service and just waiting and refreshing my seller dashboard every 5 minutes to see if I got the buy box here. And finally in September I got it and I started getting my first sales. And you guys, I was so excited about every single sale. Like, I would get a notification on my phone and I'll be like, yes, someone bought my product. It was the best feeling. Okay, so here are my actual numbers for my first 4 months of selling, and I'm showing you everything because I know this is what you actually would like to see. Mid-August, my launch month, I didn't even have the buy box. I still managed to sell 5 units. But those sales came from friends who knew I was launching and wanted to support me. As you can imagine, I didn't make any profit. In fact, I had a loss. It was not that much, but yeah, I didn't make any profit. September, my very first month, I made 4,048 euros in sales. I sold 174 units. And my profit was 467. So my profit margin was like 11.5%, which honestly, amazing. I was just happy to be making any money at all. October, month 2, sale went up to 5,970. I sold 227 units. So I was starting to see some growth, which felt really good. November, month 3, this is where things started to get exciting. I made 11,289 in sales. sold 385 units, and my profit was 3,217. I remember looking at those numbers and being like, wait, is this actually working? December month 4, which actually is not a whole month because I went out of stock on the 17th of December. So these numbers is only for half of the month. So I made 12,164 euros in sales, 356 units sold, and 4,420 in profit. My profit margin had gone up to like 36%, which was amazing. So in total, over those 4 months, I made 33,471 in revenue and 9,249 in profit. Now I know some people might look at those numbers and think they are not that impressive, and other people might think they are really good. But for me, coming from having literally no business experience and starting with just 2,600 euros, I was honestly blown away. But here's what I want you to understand about those numbers, because I think it's really important to be realistic. First of all, it took me 8 months before I made my first euro. Like 8 months of running, making mistakes, spending money on samples, dealing with suppliers, and all of that happened, before September. Second, I started with one product and 2,600 investment. I didn't have some huge budget or team or anything like that. It was just me figuring it out as I went along. And that, look at the progression. I went from making 467 profit in my first month to 4,420 in my fourth month. That growth didn't happen overnight. When I look back at those first 4 months, I'm honestly just grateful that I stuck with it, because there was so many times, especially during those 8 months before I launched, where I wanted to give up. I was like, this is too hard. I don't know what I'm doing. This isn't for me. But I kept thinking about why I wanted to start this business in the first place. I wanted, more freedom. I wanted to be in control of my own income. Yeah, I wanted to build something that was mine. And those numbers, even though they might not seem huge to some people, they presented the beginning of that freedom for me. Now, I'm over a year and a half into this journey, and I have multiple products, and the growth had been incredible. But it all started with, these humble 4 months. In my next video, I'm gonna share all the mistake I made during those 8 months before I launched. And trust me, there were some expensive ones. I want to save you from making the same mistake I did, because honestly, I probably could have launched 3 or 4 months earlier if I had known what I was doing. So if this was helpful and you want to follow along with my Amazon journey, the real, the mess, honest version, please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And let me know in the comments below what surprised you most about those numbers, or if you're thinking about starting on Amazon, what's your biggest fear or concern? I'll read every single comment and I love to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.